Your attitude, not just your smarts, is the real key to riches. Have a winning smile. Let's start by putting a great big smile on that face of yours. Why, you ask? Well, friend, that smile is the first sign of the positive attitude that will take you a whole lot further in life than any natural talents or abilities you were born with. You see, while having smarts and skills can give you an early edge, it's your internal drive and outlook that truly determines whether you achieve amazing success or mediocre underachievement. With the right attitude of optimism, resilience, and hunger to grow, anything is possible. Study the greats' attitudes. Don't just take my word for it. Let's learn from some of history's biggest winners who overcame major disadvantages through sheer attitude and determination. For example, take a look at Ben Franklin. Even though he had very little formal schooling as a kid, working as a printer's assistant by age 12, he cultivated an insatiable curiosity and willingness to experiment and learn new things. While others with more education might have settled, Franklin used his unstoppable attitude to constantly improve through voracious reading, taking night classes, trying new inventions, and more. His spirit of lifelong self-improvement ultimately made Franklin one of America's most brilliant rags-to-riches minds ever, a legendary author, inventor, statesman, and founding father. Another awesome example is Walt Disney, who was fired from his first animation job for lacking creativity. Ouch. But rather than letting that insult crush his spirit, Disney maintained his positive self-belief, kept working on his innovative ideas, and founded a tiny cartoon studio in 1923. That ambitious vision and plucky can-do attitude enabled him to pioneer breakthroughs like the first animated movies with sound and full color, eventually building the massive Disney entertainment empire we all know today. Not too shabby for a supposedly uncreative guy. Believe you can improve. You see, those all-star achievers like Franklin and Walt succeeded because they avoided getting stuck in a fixed mindset about their skills being limited by what they were born with. Instead, they adopted a growth mindset, the empowering belief that you can steadily improve your abilities through dedication, effort, and ongoing learning. The reality is, your intelligence and talents are nowhere near as fixed as you might think. Have you ever felt held back by that negative inner voice saying things like, "I've never been good at that. I'm just not the type who can. I don't have the talent for." Well, let me tell you, every time you give in to that way of thinking, you put a ceiling on your potential that your true attitude simply doesn't have to accept. The greatest achievers understood they could develop whole new skill sets and talents through commitment and perseverance. That unstoppable attitude made their previous inabilities irrelevant. So from now on, I want you to replace those old self-limiting thoughts with new empowering ones like, "That's an area I'm committed to improving. With the right mindset, I can develop capabilities for anything. While it may be challenging now, I can absolutely grow those skills over time." Write those new attitude affirmations everywhere if you must, because they are the truth that will unlock your fullest potential rather than accepting artificial limits. When Ben Franklin and Walt Disney embraced that attitude of lifelong learning and growth, it gave them the hunger to ultimately become world-class pioneers in their fields. Get excited by failure. Speaking of overcoming challenges through a powerful attitude, one of the biggest separators between elite high achievers and everyone else is how they approach obstacles, mistakes, and failures. Most folks see any kind of setback or shortcoming as a terrible event that should demoralize and discourage them. But for winners with the right mindset, those temporary stumbles are actually thrilling opportunities to gain priceless feedback for improving themselves. Think about Thomas Edison, who conducted thousands upon thousands of failed experiments while trying to invent the perfect light bulb design. But instead of moping after each unsuccessful try, Edison got excited, analyzing every failed iteration for new data on how to optimize his next attempt. That uplifting attitude, framing failures as progress-accelerating feedback, enabled Edison to acquire invaluable wisdom at a rate his easily discouraged peers could never match. "I have not failed 10,000 times," Edison famously stated. "I have successfully found 10,000 ways that do not work." With his determined, solution-centric outlook towards mistakes, those seemingly negative results contain the positive seeds for his eventual iconic achievement in creating the world's first reliable incandescent light bulb. So whenever you face setbacks or detours on your own path towards your biggest goals in business, career, or personal wealth, get pumped up rather than deflated. Every rejection, firing, bankruptcy, or failed investment offers invaluable wisdom if you maintain the positive attitude to relentlessly diagnose exactly what went wrong and tweak course for improved results next time. True progress and personal growth flows through obstacles, not sanitized perfection. If this video has blessed, inspired, or encouraged you in any way, please help us share our empowerment message to the whole world by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Please be sure to click the bell icon. Tell us your personal success or struggle story in the comments so we can help you with a custom advice video. Love the process, daily. Of course, just telling yourself to adopt a positive outlook is easier said than done. Staying consistently motivated through the challenges and daily grind is what separates winners from everyone else. That's why it's so crucial to cultivate the habit of finding joy and fulfillment in the never-ending process of self-improvement itself, rather than solely craving future payoffs down the road. The acclaimed UCLA basketball coach John Wooden perfectly modeled this attitude. Even though he won a mind-blowing 10 NCAA national championships, Wooden stressed that his deepest satisfaction came not from securing titles and trophies, but from immersing himself fully in the humble daily efforts of drilling basics, developing player discipline, and instilling a philosophy of continual personal growth. When enjoying the process is your aim, any accompanying triumphs become cherries on top rather than the fixated obsession. Walt Disney also exemplified this prolific, process-driven outlook throughout his career journey. Even as his ascendant media empire grew to new heights every few years, Disney obsessively plowed all new resources into envisioning ever more expansive future projects to plus the current offerings. His driving attitude was never resting on any laurels, but constantly breaking new creative frontiers through curiosity, experimentation, and tireless iteration. With a voracious mindset to relentlessly elevate their crafts rather than seeking finite finish lines, it's no wonder figures like Wooden and Disney reached such stratospheric career accomplishments. So get excited about the next empowering book you'll read, class you'll take, or mentor you can learn from to sharpen your own process. When self-improvement is the addiction, no external success can disappoint you. Be of service. Finally, while maintaining a positive, growth-centric attitude is the linchpin for your personal achievement, the most highly actualized individuals understand that attitude ultimately isn't about ego or hollow self-gratification. Cultivating the right mindset should help you figure out how your unique skills and abilities can be leveraged as uplifting forms of service that improve the lives of others. As you craft your own personal success story fueled by a gritty, growth-oriented attitude, contemplate how you can best reciprocate your eventual prosperity as a force for positive community impact. We're all energized by missions that transcend mere personal enrichment into leaving uplifting legacies of service behind. Always remember, any major obstacle you currently face is far outweighed by the awesome power you hold within, the power to control your mindset, beliefs, and attitude about your circumstances and abilities. By embracing a mindset of ceaseless self-improvement, excited resilience in the face of challenges, joyful dedication to your daily growth process, and being grateful for the opportunity to be able to make choices daily, you set yourself up for a bright future.